I would be a virgin tomorrow if I could. It wouldn't make the slightest bit of difference because the time I spent with my wife was the time I spent with my
And
wife.
I can't see two people coming in as virgins. Like that would be like watching two people dance that never heard music before.
Everybody's got something to put forward. It's just the fact of the matter is we're just at the beginning of the road, like, and we can't really detract from that right now. We can't really do much from it right
So,
now.
to reiterate, you think it's better if both come in on a clean slate?
I would be a virgin tomorrow if I could. It wouldn't make the slightest bit of difference because the time I spent with my wife was the time I spent with my wife, and I could have been a virgin when I met her. Everything that detracted from that before was bullshit. I learned a lot, but it didn't really detract from anything. It was the time I spent with her was the most poignant time I spent in my whole entire life. When you meet the person you're gonna meet, stick with that person. Don't detract. Like all this sort of dating stuff. Make sure you know what you're doing. Get some counsel. Have people around you. Um, go to if you don't have people around you, go to some counseling or something. If you're going to get into some heavy artillery relationship, just make sure that you're built for that. Because marriage is marriage, and
Chris
that's
is agreeing with you.
most, you know, you're going to learn the most from marriage more than anything. Um, to you know, at the end of the day, I mean, like that's what we live for. People are the most important thing. Every time I have conversations with people, whether it's online or offline, like doing my job, you know, just talking to people I know on the phone, I think people is everything.
Oh, let me get Chris. You were agreeing.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with getting counsel for dating. You should date with intention, with strategy. I think I don't really understand the whole phase for men. I get it. I understand what you guys mean. I think that it really only makes sense if the woman also had one, so she has something to compare it to. But I think if the woman's coming in as a virgin, I don't really think it matters, um, unless the man has extreme lack of discipline. But I do think that discipline is something that you train over time, and if you have the right counsel, I think that is definitely possible. Like I think there are lots of men that watch their father with their mom for 30 years, their grandfather for many years. So I think it's definitely possible, and I think that it's okay to aim for that. And your experience comes from dating and socializing with women. Um, but I definitely don't understand why it can't be a goal for both sexes.
Go ahead, John.
So
Doctor.
I understand the whole virgin concept because you have nothing to compare each other to. His is the biggest you've ever had. It's the only one. Hers is this and that and the only one. All right, great. Okay. But my thing is this, Chris, will you elaborate a little bit more on the woman being a virgin? Because I'm going to make you understand this whole phase. It's a good phase. It's a good thing. When you will you elaborate when you said unless the woman can have something to compare it to. So why can't a whorish man be paired with a virgin?
No, he
What?
can't. He can't. I was
What?
saying that it makes. I would understand your reasoning if the woman has experience too, because she's had most likely she's had
Right,
good
right.
sex, you
But
know.
what,
But I'm
what,
not saying they can't be paired. They can definitely be paired. Like, that happens
but
all the
what if the
time.
woman haven't and she don't have nothing to compare it to?
But the man has.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah,
That's
like it's.
perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. I think that works
Well,
too.
What's a
I think it
virgin got
works
to do
even better.
Wait,
what's
Huh?
that
hold
got
on,
to
Oh,
do
hold
hold
on,
with?
on, hold
Simon.
on.
Hold
Sorry.
on,
One at a
Simon.
time.
Hold on,
Huh?
Simon. Go ahead,
Okay.
Chris.
Go. Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, you're gonna ask me a follow up question. What was your question?
Okay. So I'm still okay. So if you said unless you said unless the woman has, like, why does she need to have something to compare it to?
She doesn't
Why
need
can't
to.
she just not have
She doesn't
anything
need
to
to.
compare it to?
Your reasoning makes sense the most to me if the woman also has that experience. So it's not unless, like it's not either or.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm saying it makes sense because it's like if the man doesn't, if he's a virgin and she's not, then I can see how that maybe may get a little rocky, where she's maybe had
Hello.
better sex and then compares him, and he may have some like confidence issues or whatever. Like it makes sense to me what you're saying for him to have more experience if she also
Right.
has more experience, so they can,
But what if she
his
has
role.
no what if she has no experience and he has all the experience? How
I
good
think
can it
that's
be for her?
fine. I think from what I've heard, a
Mind
lot of
blowing.
men don't mind. They like,
Hell
yeah,
no,
they don't
you
mind it
don't.
at all.
And
I
she
think
Wait,
they
just
wait, wait.
don't
prefer it.
learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
If
yeah,
he has
women.
all the experience and she doesn't really have any,
Yeah, it's gonna be
yeah,
good for her.
it'll
Like
I think
it
the
can
man
always work
prefers
that
it. I don't
way.
really think the woman really cares.
that's the way it's actually should. That's the way it was actually. Men need practice. Women don't need no practice.
Well, my point is, I
It's
don't
gonna
think
be
that
good.
men always need it. That's my point. I think what men really need is discipline. That's what I think they need. But
Nah,
I
you
think
I
that if
gotta
she's a
disagree with
virgin,
that.
I don't think
you
that he has
yeah.
to have experience.
So
Okay, if she's not
experience,
a
Sexual
virgin.
experience. Sexual
No,
experience.
experience
no.
is not also sexually though. The experience is not
I
also
mean,
sexually. It's
social
just
experience. Yeah.
understanding like the different swings and moods of a woman. Like that's more what the guy needs to understand. He needs to learn like when she's up here, you need to learn to kind of calm her down here.
You
Right.
mean
When she's not
socially?
talking to
Or
you, there's ways for you to figure that out without saying, "Hey, baby, what's wrong?" Because she's gonna
yes.
say nothing.
That
And
experience I think makes sense. I'm talking about sexual experience particularly.
okay,
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
I don't
I'm
think that's necessary.
I'm gonna always say it is. It's not necessary if she's a virgin.
Yes.
It's good luck finding that unicorn. Now, if she is, which most likely you won't. So since we know that the chances of you finding a girl that's a real virgin are slim and none, you better be fucking. That's all
Yeah,
I'm
and that's
telling
my point. I
you. You
agree.
need
That's my point.
to,
Mhm.
you
If she's
need
a
to.
virgin, it's not necessary.
Yeah, it's not because
Yeah.
she don't have shit to compare it to. She don't know.
Yeah.
Like everything you
Exactly.
do is like, well, not necessarily, because you could make her just give her a whole sex aversion. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like this was not what she imagined. You're just terrible. Like you can actually be terrible to a virgin. It was too rough. It hurt too bad. I don't like this shit. I don't never want to do it again. I'm lesbian. Fuck
Oh my god.
lesbian.
it.
Man, I can't see two people coming in as virgins. Like that would be like watching two people dance that never heard music before.
And yes, and that's what it was like.
That's good. Yo, you always got them bars, bro.
I
Goddamn.
swear.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it's like watching two inexperienced fighters. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be sloppy. Somebody ain't gonna enjoy themselves. You know what I mean? And you just gonna hope it mercifully comes to an end. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Mercifully. Mercifully.
It's nah, man. Yeah, like
Yo.
fellas, like, okay, best case scenario, I would think would be the man has some reasonable sense of experience with things that he now wants to try in the future with his wife. His woman would have somewhat of experience to know what she's like, to know what she likes. And she's not just coming in with the possibility of being disappointed from the first day. Because
Right.
damn, as a man, like as a man, we can make it work. You know what I'm saying? But as a woman, like just imagine, like that's a woman. Imagine you sitting at you sitting at wherever you at. This dude come up to you. He check every box. All of this. Y'all date for 2 years. Y'all get married. Go off on the honeymoon. It's all nice. You got pictures all up on the socials now. Y'all chilling. All this other shit, and y'all go to consummate the marriage, and it's the wackest shit you could have ever thought you would have gotten in your life. Now you gonna spend every day regretting that decision.
Not if you seek counsel. I feel like we also forget that there are professionals in that realm as well. It doesn't have to be the end.
You know
You can
who
seek.
who is the professional?
No, there are sex therapists. There are sex professionals.
Man, look, okay, look.
A lot of people need, even people who are experienced,
Ain't nothing
need
gonna
help as well. Because everybody is different. So
Yeah, but
maybe
you can't do
you
nothing
were
about bad
somebody.
dick.
Yeah,
Can't
you
fix bad
can.
dick. Can't fix bad
Yes,
dick. Just
you
call it what it
definitely
is.
can.
Oh,
You
need
definitely
Danielle.
can.
A bank account? That's the only thing I can
That's
see
not
to fix
true.
bad dick.
Yeah, it's not true.
It depends on what about the dick is bad.
The stroke. That's the only thing that can be about the dick is wrong. The fucking stroke. A dick is a dick is a dick.
And I'm so
No,
happy that you had so many dicks that you know what could be wrong with a dick.
That's so
that is
terrible.
true,
That sounds
Danielle.
wonderful that you've had dick so much that you know what could be wrong with the dick.
That's terrible.
Besides, so how does the dick move, Danielle? Does it move by its fucking self? No, it calls
A
shit.
stroke is not the only thing that could be wrong with the dick.
Yeah.
A stroke is not the only thing.
How many dicks have you
But
had?
thank you.
Come on.
I ain't had that. I got one. I carry that motherfucker
But you
around
don't
for 47
experience
years.
what
I
it is
think I know a little bit about that motherfucker.
It's a tree.
But since you
I know
don't
how it moves.
okay, just like I can't say
Nah.
what a bad pussy is because
No,
I don't
no,
know
no,
what it is to
no,
get
no.
pussy. I have a pussy, but I don't know what
Come on,
pussy y'all
listen.
feeling.
This right here is
Well,
just
you have a
childish.
dick,
No such thing.
but you don't know what I'm feeling
Don't move
or
without
what I'm
the
supposed to
fucking
feel.
hips.
All the things
Okay.
that can be wrong. And I'm just
Oh,
letting
your
you
hips.
know.
How do you do
All
that?
I'm saying is
Your dick
that
don't move without
the
your
only
hips.
thing that could be wrong.
Specifically
You
to
can't
my
fix
sister
that dick.
Kiva, like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do this sort of whole thing where you're putting all this, like, you've got this persona where you're all holy Mecca and you've got the mouth of like a rhino. Like,
I'm sorry, you talking to me?
crazy. It's like
What did you say?
you got
Yeah,
mouth
he's
of a
talking
rhino.
to you.
Like your mouth is just like
You
You talking to me?
you got the mouth of a rhino, is what he said.
Wow, you get what I'm saying? It's like, where do you get that
I'm
from?
confused. Are you?
How
You
can
looked
you
at
be
me
confused?
and you looked at me and you thought that you knew me from looking at me.
No,
and
no,
said
no.
when I
It's not
spoke,
about. No, I
what I'm
didn't say
saying don't
anything
match how
about.
I look to you.
Hold it for a second, please. Calm down, Mrs.
I'm very calm.
No, I've got total respect for you. I ain't say anything about you.
I'm not disrespecting you either. I don't feel like you disrespecting me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
Look, I'm just taking from you what you spat out from your mouth. Okay, you have a mouth where you're going p p p d d d, and you've got something over your, you got a veil. Okay?
So that's what I said. So when you look at me,
No,
you have something you think I'm supposed to be like, and when I open my mouth, it's different.
Look, I ain't debating with you, like in that sort of sense. I'm just talking to you, like in a very calm manner, right? I'm just talking to you. I'm just like trying to get a gauge of how that happens. Right?
And I'm trying to understand what you're saying. And so what I said is, when you looked at me,
can I finish?
When you looked at me, since I have on hijab,
no.
you feel like I'm supposed to be a certain way, and when I open my mouth, it's not that. And so now you feeling some type of way.
I don't feel anything. I see you, and I hear you, and you're saying things.
I said penis and dick and pussy.
Yeah, kind of vulgar, right? If
so what's your point, baby?
Baby.
You can't handle the truth.
Look, if we were in your workplace, are you going to speak to me like
I'm not in my workplace. I'm in my home.
I'm just saying, like, the
way I speak to my friends is not how I speak to my mom. The way I speak to my boss is not how I speak to my kids. And the way I'm talking to you ain't how I speak all the time. What's your point?
Are you going to go at me like that? For real?
Because I'm trying to understand what your point is.
I'm trying to talk to you like.
But your talking to me is not doing nothing for me, baby. I'm trying to figure out what is the point.
My point is not here to do something for you. I'm just trying to have a conversation with you because we're on a platform. Need it. We're on a platform.
And I'm saying I don't need it.
We're on a platform.
So we're not discussing my demeanor about that's not what we're discussing. We're discussing good dick.
Platform, right?
What we're discussing is good dick.
Yeah, but why are you? Well, there you go again. Like,
we're not discussing my demeanor and what you feel like my demeanor should be.
I'm just saying,
Who are you to tell me what my demeanor should be? I don't even know you, bro.
How would you feel if I turned around?
I feel wonderful.
How would you feel about that?
I feel like pussy is a wonderful thing.
So if
I like the word pussy, I like the word coochie, I like the word dick, and I like the word penis. What is your point?
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Those are all anatomy. Ain't none of them cuss words. Okay, so you know what? Actually,
hold
on. Listen to my story. So the other day, my baby, I have an 8-year-old, and he was in school, and this little boy said something to him, and he said the word penis. So the teacher came to my car later on that day and was like, "Oh, your son said penis," and I looked at her and I said, "Okay, he has a penis. Well, he shouldn't be saying that." I said, "Well, I don't know what you expect me to do about that. If you told him he can't say that word in your class, then now he knows that. But what do you expect me to do about that? He has a penis. That's not a cuss word. And I condone using the word penis. So what are you telling me about, bro?"
I was just talking to you.
I don't need it, though. I don't need it. I'm very uninterested.
All right, then. Now back to this dick stroke. Go.
So, like I said,
explain to me about a dick stroke, because I got a potty mouth and I really don't care.
What I was saying is that
back to our scheduled programming.
Right. What I was saying is the stroke of a dick is not the only thing that could be wrong
with the dick.
That's not the only thing.
What? Okay, well, I want to hear the other part. What else can be wrong with besides the stroke?
You could come too fast. That could be something that's something that you can't fix. You could fix a stroke.